Hello, and welcome to the W. Mason Coach Report with head volleyball coach Emily Mansur. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, team's now 8-3 on the season, heading into the Hofstra Stony Brook Invitational. What's your overall assessment of the team at this point in the season with 1 week left in non-conference play?
And I think as the week progresses, we got to see just a lot of different angles from the team and a lot of good improvements, and I'm very excited. I think this past weekend we had some good tests. We played good volleyball. Again, as I say always, we are just looking and striving to become more consistent as a team and to find the level that we finish against Seton Hall on Tuesday to become the level of Hofstra volleyball on an everyday basis. But I think it was a successful weekend, and I think it's a good way to start, and I'm hoping that's going to carry over throughout this weekend's tournament.
Your last 4 matches, you've gone 3-1, includes a win over an ACC team, a win over a Big East team, a loss to a Big Ten team where you were competitive, and then also win over Siena. You've talked long about the schedule of the season. How much did last week improve your team, including that Seton Hall match?
Oh, I think this is priceless. I think the chance to play against quality competition is really what we need to better ourselves. So I'm very glad, as I said, this was the first time that we did this type of schedule, and looking back, I'm very glad we made the decision, and I made the decision to go a little bit harder this year, not a little bit, much harder this year, and I think this only beneficiates us as a group and helps us to grow faster than if we had a little bit of a lighter schedule. So I think this has been extremely beneficial to us.
A couple milestones that occurred in the midst of last week's wins. Syracuse win was your first win over an ACC program in 8 years. The set win over Penn State in set 2 of that match was the first time Hofstra's taken a set over a ranked team in 16 years. Is that stuff your team is aware of? Is that stuff that you don't like to focus on? Or is that something you'd like to actually let your team know?
No, I think it's very important to know, but I think we cannot caught up on the accomplishments that happen now. I think we have to be proud of ourselves and we have to enjoy the minute, but then we have to focus ahead because it was great and we were able to accomplish some different things, but now we have to look at the big picture, which is about to start next week as we get into conference and this weekend as we host 2 very good teams. So I'm proud, I'm happy. I think they deserve to enjoy what they accomplished, but staying focused on the future.
The Seton Hall match, highly competitive match, back and forth. You didn't get the best efforts out of some of all your entire team, but other people like Michaela Ruckley stepped up like she hasn't done quite to that level offensively in her career. How important was that when other people maybe not giving what they've given you regularly?
Now it's really important to say that we could this year we could win if 1 or 2 of our big players were not on their best game, and that's not something that we have been able to accomplish. So I think this is definitely a great thing as a group that we are getting better as a volleyball team and as the 15 players that are here, because it gives us a chance to be a better team if someone else is not having a good game. And I was very proud, as you said, of Michaela Ruckley, of Ranishka Perez, and Leticia Valente, because offensively wise they carry us through that match, and it was really, really nice and important to see that and to see their improvement throughout the first season to this season that they are here with us.
Would you characterize this year's team as your deepest team since you've been here at Hofstra?
Oh, 100%, for sure. We practice, and I think since we've been here as a coaching staff, and I have been here as the head coach, this is the first time that all 15 players can practice and compete. We don't have to have someone sitting outside of a drill because they cannot accomplish a drill. So again, as a program, this shows that we are getting better, and it's really exciting to have a chance to see that.
You have 2 matches on the schedule, as you mentioned. Fort Wayne on Friday, American on Saturday. 2 quality programs. American, long-time NCAA powered, multiple NCAA tournament appearances. Fort Wayne, a couple NCAA appearances in the past few years. Talk about this weekend and what you hope to gain.
I think it's going to be a very tough weekend, and I hope to gain consistency as a team. I hope that we continue to learn and just finding a way to play a great level of volleyball for a longer period of time. I think the moment that we accomplish this, we are a different team because we've seen who we are as a team when we are good. Now, how can we maintain this throughout a full match, throughout a full week, and throughout a full season is going to be the biggest challenge, and really welcoming us into a good level of volleyball the moment that we can become that.
Matches again this week will take place at the Hofstra Fitness Center. If you could speak to a moment, I believe the atmosphere has been wonderful this year. Pat, Sean, and the staff there have been incredible to you guys. Just talk a minute how great the environment's been there and how thankful you are to that.
Oh my God, like that has been our home for sure. They make us feel welcome there. As you said, Pat, Sean, and everyone else that has supported us when we are there, they just been working so hard to make sure that we are just welcome there and that we feel home. And I think all of our student athletes are very happy to be there. I want to thank all the fans that came because we have been getting a very good amount of support for our fans as well, and that's so exciting. Our student athletes says that makes them play better, that makes the environment better. So I would like just to ask everybody to keep coming back because it's special to us. And as you said, to say thank you to the support staff at the RAC because that has been our home and we've been very grateful to have the support that we have from them.
And as we mentioned before, this is the last week of non-conference play for Hofstra. You head right into it next week. The defending conference champion and Charleston, who won the conference the year before we did. So it's quite a weekend to start. We'll get more into it next week, but what are your thoughts heading into the start of CA play with just, some of the best in the conference?
And I think it fits on what we said to the team. Every weekend gets harder, and I think that really goes into that momentum. Like we play very good teams this week, but next week we play two of very good teams in our conference. One that took us out of the championship last year, that took us out of the tournament, and the defending champion. So I think we're gonna really step into a conference getting a chance to see the best, and I think that's great. I think we have to be ready to play those type of teams at any time because that last weekend in November, if we have one bad match, the season is over. So I like it.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
And thank you for joining us today in the WB Mason Coach Report with head volleyball coach Emily Mansur.